All right, not financial advice. This is just a guy on the internet live trading. Again, let's see, we are in a position here that is a short call spread. So max profit is anything under 515 by the end of the trading day, which is an hour and a half away at this point. We have our stop loss set here at $1.60. We sold at $1.51, and we are currently trading at $1.30. So every 10 cents is $300. This is 30 contracts. So at the end of the day, if we trade under 515, it'll be a $4,000 profit. Not bad. So we shall see. I did get out of a prior trade right around this area here. I got stopped out. That was for about a $1,500 gain. And the worry was that the market would just kind of start rallying off of this pivot point here like this, but it looks like it's rolling down. So of course, the worry for this position, the risk is that we start rounding the TTM squeeze here, momentum shifts, and we have a little W form here and come out of it. So always need to be aware of what's going on. Truly, anything can happen in the market, as we've seen in the last few weeks. Basically, we're a tweet away from market taking off in one way or the other, so that's why I've been keeping my stops really close. While my max profit is around $4,000, or my max loss is around 5,000. So this torques off away, and I don't have a stop. I could lose $5,000 in really about a heartbeat, honestly, pretty quick. So yeah, we'll just keep a close eye on this, see how the day progresses here. We're at an hour and 23 minutes before the market closes. We are looking for a little bit of a swoon here, but honestly, being objective, our VIX is dropping. That's not good for this position. Our ticks are right in the middle, so not really helping or hurting here. People were getting into puts, but it seems like that has stopped. I can see why. Might need to manage my position here. Like I said, ready to bail at any moment's notice if need be. Again, this is a short call spread, so we're looking to end the day under 515, or even just go down a little. Honestly, it's all good. This is selling premium predominantly, so nice thing about selling premium is as long as we are under the midpoint here, right about here where my stop is, as long as we're under the midpoint, we'll be making money. So that's why I have my stop here. We cross up out of that. Anything up in here will lose money by the end of the day. So market kind of goes this way, that's losing money. Market goes this way, we're gaining money. Max profit here or below. So don't like the momentum shifting here. That's what this little yellow bar shows, but sometimes this is wrong. We're going in and out of squeezes here. So also not necessarily a super strong indicator always, especially on the 1 minute. The 1 minute is very volatile. We also have a squeeze on the 5 minute going down. Like in theory, the squeeze should resolve lower. So we could very well see in the next 5 minute candle, some larger move down. Of course, it's hard to call candle by candle what's going to happen, right? Again, market's dictated by lots of forces. We can look at what's moving it here. We have Apple. Apple's not looking particularly weak, but it's, you never know. Microsoft's doing okay here. I don't know, Nvidia might pull down here a little bit. Of course, Tesla's been taking off today. I think it's on the Optimus news around showing off to the Saudi king or something like that. So, but it seems like Tesla has stopped rocketing higher, so maybe that'll help with our short call spread here. Any pressure downward helps on the mega caps. Interesting. Yeah, and so this is, part of trading is just kind of waiting it out. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, but you have a theory. My theory is that we swoon here a little bit. Maybe test this prior resistance area, make the support. So that's right around 515. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if we come down here and tag off of it. Which, by the way, if we get down to 515, I'm probably going to get out. The only reason I would stay in the trade is if we bust through it big time and then bounce like that. That would be quite a dramatic reversal for the day, but the market would still end up more than likely if we did have a little tag of the VWAP. Looks like we have a squeeze on the 10-minute as well, so interesting. Technically, this should resolve down. Like what we should see in this, and what I've seen many a times before, is you'll have a strong downward candle like this, which basically is you're telling you, hey, the market's momentum has shifted down. We're not going up anymore for the day. And then typically you'll have another big one. But again, the market can do what it wants. We're just a tweet away from it going busting higher, Hey, we signed a deal with India or whatever. Boom, off it goes, off to the races. Oh, we signed a deal with South Korea. Boom, off to the races. Lutnick or one of those guys says something, and we can bust down. So it's really just a matter of setting up the best you can and seeing it play out. That's why stops are important. You're managing risk, right? You're always managing risk. So right now I could make $4,000 if this just goes down. And if it goes up here, I'm probably going to be out maybe $400 or $500 if I get up to the stop. So that's called managing risk. That's a risk to reward ratio that is quite appealing. So you just need to make sure that you're setting yourself up not to lose more than you gain. And you do that regularly, and the digits in your account will just keep going up. So trading should not make you super nervous, and if you're in a position like this where you could gain 4,000 or lose 500 and those numbers are too big, then you're trading too big. Trade smaller. I mean, I realize I'm trading small right now, just to be blunt. Like, there's someone out there that's trading with, 10x that or 100x that. And, you are where you are, and you don't need to change anything about that, right? You just try to keep making the numbers go up. It compounds, right? Because today I'm trading with a 30 contract trade. Maybe in a few months I'll be up to 40s and 50s. Maybe a year from now I'm doing hundreds or 500s. Who knows, right? This is kind of the snowballing that happens. So we do have the market starting to turn lower. This is really good for our position. It's trading at $1.20 right now. And as a reminder, we sold at $1.51, so that's $300 for every 10 cents that we move. So right up there around $1,000 right now, and the positive for this trade. Feel free to pop in the chat, ask a question. Happy to answer questions. Although you do see me looking at the 1 minute, really, we should sit here at the 5 minute. I'd really like to see this bust down past this previous resistance, which it's starting to inch into. See how this candle here is starting to tap the top of all of these and starting to get into it. So the next impulse is likely going to be down to about the 535 level. So let's just see. And you're just saying, hey, you're just eyeballing this stuff. Yeah, it's a day trade. So yeah, let's see here. Be lovely if we get below our most recent low. That would be ideal. We do have people starting to move into puts again. The market did broadly. This is the advanced decline line. So this is broadly showing that a lot of stocks just tanked. Okay, tank is maybe too strong a word, but it is showing a strong movement down. Now what we would want to see is more of these, right? We would want to see this continue kind of like it did. Like this is a stronger move. I'll just point out how powerful some of these mega cap stocks are though. So literally the broad number of stocks, the first half hour of trading dropped. So if you look at the first half hour of trading, most stocks dropped, and yet the market was screaming higher. And that is, thanks to the mega caps. You can look at your, Microsofts, your Googles. Well, I guess not your Googles. What did drive the market? Amazon. What Apple do? Yeah, Tesla. Tesla has been screaming up all day, by the way. So it looks like it's starting to roll over too. Oh, that's right. It was NVIDIA. NVIDIA just racing off to the races. Okay, well, let's get back to our position here. Looks like the market is continuing to move in the right direction. I'm going to manage my stop. You see how my stop is way up here now? I do want to bring it down here, capture some of these gains for the day. So we are trading at 114 now. Stops at 160. So I'm going to move that down to we'll say 135. And that's on the bid. I always like to put my stops on the bid. I used to do it at the market, and it, I got stopped out so easily. Frankly, I think the brokerages, the market makers, they call them money makers. Go figure. Of course they are. But yeah, the brokerages, they're a little twitchy, and they'll get you out without what I would consider an actual move. So that's why I put it on the bid. Stop on the bid. So we'll see what happens here. Would love the next candle to be red. So we do have some previous support here, here. We're pushing into. You see that? And we are pushing through. So, that's why we have our stop here. Our stop's just above some of that previous support. In theory, this could turn into resistance and we could see another leg down here. That's what we'd like to see. Of course, as the song goes, we don't always get what we want, but we'll see here. Looks like some people just piled into calls. Fixes going the wrong direction, frankly, as are the ticks, but you know, it could just be one stock that pulls us down. I'm cool as long as we hang out around this 516 level. So we'll see. Alright, well, it did kind of, on the 1 minute chart, what we thought here is it pushed into what was previous support. Previous support becomes future resistance. This is a Howard Carter specialty. If you don't know Howard Carter, by the way, I highly recommend his books. He has just, really good insights into how the market functions. So, Howard Carter. Highly recommend. Alright. Come on, just one big flush. Just one flush. That's all I want. Okay, Apple's moving averages are starting to flirt with curling down. As you can see, when this happens, it sometimes happens pretty quickly. You can also see this coincides with the market coming down. Amazon actually looks like it's going to bust lower. I bet you this curls down. And also, you have to be unbiased. When you're trading, you have to be unbiased. So you have to be prepared for this to turn around, go positive real quick. You just have to. And by the way, I'm not like a perma bear. Like, I have my 401ks and everything all max loaded long right now. Not that you can really do much otherwise other than buy bonds and stuff or cash most of the time in a lot of 401ks, but it is what it is. Kind of just checking breadth. I have some tickers I just like to see, get a pulse check on the market. Also going to get my market order ready to get out of this trade, because it does look like we're turning around here. Although I have a stop, I do like to have my finger on the button here in case I need to get out a little faster. It's, if you see something, like this, sometimes you want to just pop out quickly, capture a little bit more of the gains. And as a reminder, we did gain money here. Let's see, 150, so about up 700 or so right now. So, $700. Add it to the about 800 or so from earlier today. It adds up. It's real money. Nope. I think we're gonna hit our stop here. Yeah, and we're out. All right, well, that's it for now. Always good to head out on a gain. So, yeah. See you guys later.